So I'm going to make a series of short little lectures, 2 to 5 minutes apiece, through the semester in order to explain the different objectives of the class. You'll notice at the beginning of every section that we talk about, there'll be a section called Learning Objectives, and I highlight and focus that. Students often go, what do I need to study? The learning objectives are what you need to study. So everybody's going to be working out of OpenStax this first week, and as you'll see, we're going to start with the cells. So this is a typical eukaryotic cell. There's another type of cell called a prokaryotic, and we'll come back to it later. But this is the type of cell that would be found in your body. And what distinguishes it from other cells are three different things. So this is the first learning objective, describe the structure of eukaryotic cells. And in the second paragraph, in the reading underneath it, you'll see that there are three things that will delineate and let you know if you have a eukaryotic cell. The first one of these is it will have membrane-bound genetic material. By genetic material, we mean DNA. So you've heard about DNA. It is what holds all the instructions to make you live. It codes for all the products you need to make cells and to allow cells to do processes. Membrane-bound genetic material is going to be an organelle that we will call the nucleus. We'll come back and we'll talk about the nucleus in more detail a little bit later on, but that is a structure within the cell that will hold the DNA. So here's our nucleus. You can see this is that nice round ball, and then around it you can see the blue, the purple, that's the membrane that is surrounding your genetic material. Inside is all the genetic material. I don't know how well you can see the little purple lines in there, but that's the DNA inside of the nucleus, inside of a membrane. A second thing the eukaryotic cells have is membrane-bound organelles. So membrane-bound organelles, an organelle is a substructure, anything within the cell. So actually the nucleus is an organelle. This structures around it, the Golgi, the endoplasmic reticulum, the mitochondria, the lysosomes, the Golgi. These are all structures within. Those are called organelles. And they also have membranes around them. So the nucleus has a membrane around it. A lot of the organelles inside have membranes around them. So L is Latin for little. So these are the little organs. So when you think of organs in your body, you think of liver and spleen. Well, these are the little organs that are within a cell. And then third, that DNA is on rod-shaped chromosomes. So you've often heard DNA being described as a double helix, but then we bind that DNA up onto proteins. And that combination of DNA and proteins, so here I'm drawing some proteins in black. They usually come in 4 subunits called histones. And then the DNA is wound around these histones. And when you look at the overall shape of these structures, you notice if we were to encapsulate them, it would look like a rod. So 3 things that make up eukaryotic cells. Membrane-bound genetic material, i.e. has a nucleus. Membrane-bound organelles. And 3, the DNA is in rod-shaped chromosomes. This unit here is the chromosome. It's a packet of DNA.